In Season 6, Episode 5 of The Crown, Prince William accuses Prince Charles of being at fault for Princess Diana's death. Could Prince Charles actually be held legally responsible? Could William sue his dad and win? I'm a law professor, and I'm going to answer those questions right now. In the fictionalized drama of The Crown, Prince William builds his case against his father like a brilliant barrister who uses passive aggressiveness and eye darts to insinuate a blistering case of guilt. Now, do I have a fair use right under copyright law to show you the relevant scenes from The Crown? Yeah, but I don't want to spend the next few weeks sending counter takedown notices in a pitched battle for free speech, so instead I'm going to recreate the relevant scenes through AI-generated sketch art. We pick up the story as Prince William has laid his final brick in a fortress of insinuation. I'm going to get my son to do the angry teenage boy because he's so good at acting. And then I just have to figure out which of the limited repertoire of voices I'm going to use for Prince Charles. I hope you're not insinuating what I think you are. Let us be quite clear. Your mother's death was a terrible tragedy, caused by one irresponsible man drinking too much and then getting behind the wheel of a car and driving too fast to escape from photographers.
But the fact that she was in Paris?
Her choice.
With that man? Those people?
Again, her choice.
But she should never have been anywhere near the Fayeds. She should have been safe with us. And the fact that she wasn't is your fault. And no, you didn't actually drive the car, but you drove her into the arms of those that did by making her so unhappy, by loving someone else.
What William has done persuasively is demonstrate that Prince Charles's conduct was what the law calls an actual cause of Princess Diana's death. And it's true, if Prince Charles had behaved differently, Princess Diana wouldn't have been off in Paris with Dodi Fayed, where she got involved in a fatal car wreck. But that's not enough for a lawsuit. Sure, Prince Charles's actions were an actual cause, but a lot of other people's actions were actual causes as well. For instance, the person who decided to have a grouse hunt in 1977 at Althorp, because that's where Prince Charles and Princess Diana met. And if they hadn't met, then one thing leads to another. Princess Diana wouldn't have been off in Paris with Dodi Fayed, but the person who decided to have the grouse hunt at Althorp in 1977 isn't on the hook for Princess Diana's death, even though if I had a grouse problem, I'd just call an exterminator. A suit for negligence requires 5 things. 1, the existence of a duty. 2, a breach of duty. 3, actual cause. 4, proximate cause. 5, injury. So William's done a good job showing actual cause, and we can agree there's an injury to Princess Diana and also to Prince William, who lost his mother. But these two are going to be a showstopper for the lawsuit: existence of a duty and proximate causation. Duty of care is one of the most complicated issues in tort law, but sometimes it's pretty simple. If you're driving down the road, you owe a duty of care to the other drivers around you on the road. That's easy. And a parent owes their child a duty of care. That's clear, but it doesn't extend to being a loving husband so as to protect your child's mother from an eventual drunk driving accident while someone's fleeing paparazzi. It's just too remote. On that basis, lack of duty, the case would never get to a jury. But theoretically, if we said that Prince Charles had a duty and breached that duty, then the case would fall apart on proximate causation. Even if we accept that Charles did something wrong in his marriage to Diana, and even if we can agree that through the butterfly effect, she never would have died in that car wreck had he behaved differently, it's still not enough. It's not what the law considers a proximate cause, because the law doesn't perceive a significant relationship between Charles's actions as a husband and Diana's death in a car wreck many years later. Would you ever tell someone who's about to get married, hey, you shouldn't stay in love with and give jewelry to that other woman that you met at a polo match 11 years ago? I mean, yeah, you would if you were being real. But if you were asked, why not? Would you say because 16 years from now it'll cause a fatal car wreck? Not unless you're in a Doctor Who Back to the Future crossover episode. And for that reason, it fails what the law calls the harm within the risk test for proximate causation. With no proximate causation, Prince William can't prove a full case for negligence. Judgment for the defendant.